Praise God and welcome. We're looking at River Ripples, the third of the St. Croix River sketches. And to kind of imitate those ripples, we use extensively a lot of slurs. And a slur is when you take one finger and pull off the note with the left hand. Or you take a finger and hammer down. Hammer down. So it's hammers and pull-offs. So we have that, quite a bit of it. So to starting off with, we're going to be on an A chord, like this. And then I'm going to use a glancing stroke with my index finger, like that. And at the same time I pluck with my thumb at the bass note. And then I'm going to pull off my fourth finger with one of the slurs. And then I do an upstroke with my index finger. I'm going from an A chord to an E7 chord, A, E7. So that's how I get the river ripples going. And then we're going to go to a bar of arpeggios. And for this, there's different ways of playing it. You can plant the fingers, thumb, index, middle, and ring fingers. Or I can go thumb, thumb, index, thumb, 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 index. Like I'm strumming. And an upstroke with the third one. So I'll go from an A chord to a G, to a D, to an E7. Sometimes I go with an up arpeggio, an up, and a backwards arpeggio, thumb, index coming up, and then an E7 where I start. Back to the first part again, where we're doing the pull-offs. A to E7, A to E7, back to A, E, D, and now a G7. Now we're at a C chord and we're going to be pulling off here. And then we go to a little dissonance here. A sharp to a B with a G in the bass. So it's kind of C to a G. Now an A to an E. A to an E. A lot of pull-offs and hammers on it. Now we have a D minor chord, arpeggio, and then a D7 chord. And we have some hammers as we're going up an E7 chord. And with a backward stroke of the thumb, that way. Now we're going to take the theme of these pull-offs for the river ripples. But now we're going to play with it and add some harmony to it. So we had A, E7, kind of like the recap, and now we change to a D in the bass. So it's a G and D in the bass going between kind of a D and a G chord underneath this river ripples. Working off a D, and now we start something here. We're going to take my third finger and do a lot of pull-offs with it. And I keep that going. Pulling off to the the open strings. Now I'm working off an E7 chord and a D. Oh, sorry, that doesn't sound like, yeah. And then we got all the way up to an A. Back to an A major 7th chord with a B flat, a D, F sharp, E, back to a recap, now like the beginning. Now we're going to add a coda here. We're going to do some pull-offs to an open string or to another note. And now we start with an A chord, but we're going to use very brightly index and ring fingers back to the bridge. Like that. Going down with 6. Now an E minor 7th chord, which I strum very lightly and in the dark zone, over close by the bridge. Well, I'm sorry, over close by the fingerboard. Get a nice delicate sound. And then I do an A chord, staccato, back by the bridge, picking with all the fingers. Alright, there's some of the technical things involved with playing the River Ripples piece. Hope you enjoy it and can try some of those techniques. Take care and God bless.